And I saw like the tsunami wave like obliterate a man and his boat, and he just flew to 1,000 pieces. I remember just thinking, I could die. And then I remember looking over and there's a woman frozen in fear on a lounge chair, and next to her was a baby crying. And I remember her face. I remember looking for her and I never saw her again. The sights and the sounds of the things that we saw, nobody, let alone a 10-year-old girl, should experience. I woke up in the morning, there was an earthquake, and I didn't know it was an earthquake. I thought my sister was underneath the bed, like pulling a prank and shaking my bed. But when I jumped out of bed, the whole ground underneath me was shaking. It was really early in the morning. It woke me up suddenly. My dad picks up the phone, he calls the reception. We find out that there was just a one-off earthquake. They didn't know much about it, but we didn't know that the measuring system of earthquakes in Thailand had broken, and we didn't. It was actually a 9.1 magnitude earthquake. And so we carry on with our days. Around like middle of the morning, my sisters and I are building sandcastles on the beach. My dad comes up to us and says, "Hey girls, like let's go head back to our room." And I just remember noticing like something so interesting, because all on this island was a lot of wildlife, and all of a sudden the wildlife went quiet. Like dogs howled as if they'd been hurt and they ran into the bushes. And
What?
then there was like birds would fly up in the air and leave the island. Like, and all of a sudden the only thing that you can hear is human voices. And before you could hear like this, like birds or like just monkeys, all disappeared, went completely silent. And so I remember just feeling like this airy feeling as we're walking back to our room, which happened to be in the middle of the island, which was, I mean, our story is filled with coincidences, like these small miracles of God, because we'd actually booked beachfront bungalows, and when we showed up on the island, they had double booked us on accident and then had to give us middle of the island concrete apartment top floor. Just crazy God's hand and everything. So we're about to reach our room, and all of a sudden, I hear screams and shouts. And I look back through the palm trees. I see people running in all sorts of directions. They're banging into each other. It's like a scene of chaos. And then I notice all the water around the island has left. And it's left so quickly that there's like fish flopping
Mm.
around everywhere. There's now boats are on the reef. Snorkelers are now on the sand. And then I see this thin white line. And I just remember feeling like, whoa, I don't know what's going on, but I could like feel the fear in the atmosphere. And I look up at my dad and I'm like, Dad, where's mom? Like, where is she?